All right, you know what time it is. Today I'm gonna do another Ask John Anything. So you guys left me your questions below, and now is the time where I answer them. I also told you that I'd have this awesome intro, and I haven't had time for that, so that ain't happening. But let's get to your questions. Headphones222 asks, can the generally higher reps and fatigue of calisthenics workouts build muscle as effectively in your experience as using heavy free weights? To which I say, if you're doing a rep range of like over 10 to 15 without a problem, whether you're using free weights or your own body weight, you need to make it harder. So for example, if it's pull-ups and you could do more than like 15 with super perfect form, then maybe add a weighted vest or put a dumbbell between your feet. You gotta make it harder. So try to get your rep range around 6-ish to really stimulate muscle growth. Zersturian Days, yeah, that guy, says, I do practice handstands, but I am horrible at them. I can hold my weight if I walk up a wall, but I can't kick up into one at all, even after practicing a while. I'll keep working on it though. Any other exercises to add or just handstands? And I actually recommend that you practice cartwheels and round-offs. These things are really fun things to practice and will help you kick up into a handstand easier. Also, just keep practicing kicking up to a handstand. You gotta learn how to kick your heels up. All right, next question. Lighter Out says, can women do pull-ups and what is the max number? And yes, of course women can do pull-ups. I imagine there are a lot of really strong women out there doing a whole lot of pull-ups. Way better than I am, I'm sure. I have no idea what the max number is. Why don't you ladies let me know how many pull-ups you're doing below in the comments? But I know that my wife is doing sets of about 10, which is pretty cool. All right, next question. Lori Lee, Talented Vid says, hey, I'm Laura Lee and I am a self-taught gymnast. I have been practicing my aerial for over 3 to 4 months now, but I still don't have it. Any tips or advice? Thanks, love your vids. Thank you, Laura Lee. I do have some advice, and that is to practice your cartwheels, and then when that gets easier, practice your one-arm cartwheels, and then with a little bit more drive off your back leg and a little more push off your front post leg, all of a sudden you'll have a little more rotation, a little more height, and you'll have your aerial. Keep working on it. I know it's hard, but it will take a little more than just 3 or 4 months occasionally working at it. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. Stay at it. Phil the Aesop says, shoulders cracking a lot, but it doesn't hurt. Is there long-term damage at stake with my calisthenic workouts? The answer is probably not if it doesn't hurt. Some noise out of your shoulders is normal. It's just fluid moving around in the joint, but keep an eye on it. If it does hurt, I would definitely go get it checked out. Also, make sure you are doing your shoulder housekeeping exercises, your TRX, WIs, and Ts, your laterals, fronts, and reverse flies, as well as some internal and external rotation with a band. Those are just good practices to do regularly to prevent any injuries from occurring. Next question. Referring to my stretching video, with that kind of flexibility, I'm curious, what's your working sets weight for squats, dead, and bench? That is a loaded question with a very loaded answer. I have a lot of injuries from many years of gymnastics, getting beat up and abused. So I actually don't do heavy weights for squats or deadlifts. I know that's not what you want to hear, but since I broke my neck when I was 16, if I put a barbell on my back with weight, I can't expect to be able to move my head the next day. And I like to move my head, so I do things that make me feel good and don't cripple me. I still do a lot of leg stuff. In fact, I like to do things with dumbbells, holding dumbbells. That seems to be okay for my neck. And as far as bench goes, I do an incline dumbbell bench with 70s because that's the heaviest weight that I have at the house here. But I usually do that after a set of one-leg atomic push-ups with a TRX to pre-exhaust my bench muscles. I usually do about 10 per leg and then go on to bench, which makes it a whole lot more difficult. Hope that answers your question. And Daniel Gallagher, who actually has a nice little YouTube channel documenting his weight loss journey, says, what would you suggest as an indoor exercise routine for winter? I live in Arkansas, gym, or something like P90X. And you know, if P90X works for you, by all means do it, but I've been training people in their home for 10 years now, and I have found by far the best tool to use in your home is the TRX. You can bolt one to your ceiling using your X mount, or you can use their door attachment in any door frame. And I really believe in this product if you can't tell yet, and that's why I actually sell it on my site, which you can check out by clicking this link up here. There's tons of exercises you can do with the TRX. In fact, I have an entire playlist on all these different exercises, so you can check that out on my channel. You can pick one up on our site, and while you're there, pick yourself up a water bottle or a workout shirt. It's healthy. Thank you for tuning in today for Ask John Anything. Maybe next time I'll actually get my act together and get that intro together for you guys. Next week, I'll be in the kitchen cooking up something healthy and easy. I'm gonna do this Ask John Anything regularly, so if you have questions, leave them below in the comments. I will answer them. I'm John Ham from Fitness on the Run, and I will see you guys next Monday. Brochacho.